So if you're someone that's been booking appointments and prospects are telling you that they can't afford your services despite you feeling like you're honestly undercharging for what you're worth, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can book more appointments with leads that actually have money to afford what you have to sell. All right, guys, so there are a few different variables that play a role in getting people that actually have money that can afford your services. So it's broken down to three major topics. There's front-end marketing, messaging, and then there's the book a call, right? So I'm going to break this down for you in a very simple way that you can start using stuff to apply right away. So the first thing is you have to be clear on your messaging on the front end of your marketing. If you're someone that uses YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, paid marketing, whatever the case may be, this is going to be very important because it all starts with your top of funnel marketing. Now, I personally use Instagram ads to grow my business. It's what I teach my clients to do as well. If you're interested in learning more about what that looks like, feel free to book a call down in the description of this video. But whatever your marketing mechanism is, the messaging has to be clear. You have to help a specific person overcome a specific problem with a specific solution. And I'll talk more on that later, but if you're trying to work with two different types of people, three different types of people at different stages in their life or business, it's going to get really messed up and you're not going to be able to consistently speak to the same person every time. And this is important because people that have money, they want to invest into a specialist. No one really wants to go out to someone that doesn't make it clear on who they exactly help. You're going to want to go to that special doctor that has made it very clear from the get-go. They help you with your eyes, or they help you with your kidney, or they help you with your skin. Those specialists are always going to make more money because it's clear as day and they are really good at that particular thing that they can help you with. So although you might be an amazing business owner and great at what you do, you're struggling to get those people with money because the first thing that you're not doing good is being super clear on how you help people and what you do to help them. Next up is you're going to want to actively be speaking to people that are looking to solve their problem. Now, there's two ways you can present a problem, or rather a product or service, to the market space. You can introduce a new opportunity to people that may not know about this thing that you can teach them. For example, if I want to make money online and you're an Amazon FBA coach teaching people how to get started in Amazon FBA, there's so many different ways to make money online, but you're teaching me something new that I've never heard of before. There's that approach. And then there's the approach of people that are looking to improve on the existing struggles and pain that they're going through. In most cases, you're going to want to speak to the people, depending on your offer, you want to speak to the people that are actively looking to solve a problem. Generally speaking, these are going to be people with more money. So instead of speaking to someone looking to get started in Amazon FBA, you can speak to people already in Amazon FBA that maybe, they've started up their business and everything, but they're struggling with getting a consistent, monthly income. Right? Maybe struggling to get to 10, 20, 30K a month. Okay, so that's important because the people that are actively looking for a solution to solve their problem, they're going to be more likely to pay you money. Next up is your content should reflect the end result your target audience wants. So first things first, if you're not creating short form and long form content to grow your brand, you're already at a disadvantage. People always buy into people. You might have an amazing, service or coaching program that you think is amazing and can deliver amazing results, but if someone can't really connect with you through your content, they're not going to really want to invest with you. And if they are, they're definitely not going to, spend a ton of money for your services, despite it probably being worth thousands of dollars. And that's because the trust element in any purchase online is super, super important. It's actually probably about 60% of the investment with people is feeling like they can trust you. So you should be, first things first, you should be creating content on Instagram, on YouTube. And then from there, when you are creating your content, it should reflect the end result your target audience wants. So for example, if I'm teaching coaches how to grow their business and scale to 10, 20, 30K a month, I want to showcase the lifestyle I'm able to actually get from building my business to that amount, right? Being able to travel the world, drive a nice car, be able to meet amazing people and do the things that I want, have time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. I need to reflect that through my content so that people that have money and want to get to the same result are more willing to trust me and invest with me because they can see that I'm living the life that they want to live as well. So that's super, super, super important to reflect your marketing, your content in the end result of what your target audience wants and not at the surface level, right? Like for example, helping people lose weight. Helping people lose weight is great and you can show your amazing abs and all that stuff, but what is that end result? Right? When you have the amazing six pack or you have the amazing waistline and everything, what does that actually what comes from that, right? Maybe instead of just showcasing your amazing six pack, you can show the women that you can get on dates with now because you look in your best shape. Or if you're a woman and you're slimming down and you look more fit, you can show that more men are attracted to you or you're feeling more physically fit and showing that end result, right? So you got to look a little deep and it's not shallow level, right? I can go on my story and on my page and post income screenshots all day long and that probably would get some people through the door. But most of my target audience will want to see what does that money actually do for me, which is be able to do the things like travel and all that fun stuff. So get really granular and deep on what your target audience wants, and that should be reflected through your content. Next up is showing social proof. Okay, so this goes without saying. If you have students that are getting amazing results, you have to showcase that. If you go on my Instagram profile now, coach_AlexRob, go to my story highlights, you'll see that I have 2 story highlights that are dedicated to the client wins I've been able to accomplish over the last year or so in business. And it's been really great for people that are visiting my profile for the first time. They go straight to that and they see all the wins and they're more intrigued and they already start to believe me just a little bit more because they can see all that social proof. Social proof is amazing and you need it. Now, if you're a newer business owner just getting started and you don't have a ton of social proof, this is where you can just use yourself, right? Yourself could be the social proof temporarily until you start to get clients through the door and get them amazing results. And then number 5 is you need to consistently test multiple angles to talk to your target audience. So ultimately speaking, my goal is to help coaches and consultants and just online educators grow their business through paid marketing and their personal brands. There's so many ways you can grow a coaching business in 2023, 2024, whatever, right? Like there's so many ways to grow. You use paid marketing, organic marketing, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, email outreach, referrals. I'm specifically helping them grow through Instagram ads and remove the need for organic marketing. Because of that is my main mechanism. I've tested a couple different ways to talk to my audience that addresses those pain points in a slightly different way, right? I'll talk about organic marketing. I'll talk about code outreach, Facebook groups. I'll talk about being scammed from other organic marketing coaches out there or other, failed advertising agencies out there. I'll create what we call these enemies in the market and show that, hey, I can help you and here's what I can do to help you, but I'm going to rephrase that in a couple different ways to see what my audience is more receptive towards. Sometimes I'll use terminologies like stuck on content hamster wheel, or I'll use, like you're tired of code outreach. So you have to really understand like the language of your target audience. What are some buzzwords in that market space of yours? And how can you speak to your audience, address the pain and talk about your solutions in a couple different ways? And you got to test because ultimately speaking, when you test different strategies, you'll be surprised that certain terms or certain ways you present your solutions is received better than if you had done it a different way. All right, guys, so that's just the front end marketing. As you can see, this is the biggest part of this entire training because it's so important, right? If you want to get people through the door that have money, it starts at the top of your funnel. All right, so next up is messaging. Now, if you're, again, following a similar strategy that I use, which is get leads, get followers to your brand, get people sending you messages, this is going to be important because before we get anyone on the phone with us, we have a filtration process where we set messages and we qualify leads in the DMs on Instagram. So that's going to be really, really important. The first thing with your messaging is you're going to be looking for leverage here. Don't get people on the phone that aren't really actively looking to solve a problem. Don't get people on the phone that are just looking to have a conversation with you and they're trying to be buddy-buddy. You want to look for serious leverage here. You want to find throughout the conversation, figure out what pain are they going through? What is their biggest hurdle? What are the things that are stopping them from getting their desired results? The moment you can figure out that leverage point that you can use to get them on the phone, that's when you can start to build trust and get them more likely, more bought into speaking to you on the phone. And you want to come from a point of trust and authenticity in your messaging, but it's important you understand that pain and get that leverage as soon as possible because that's what you're going to use to pitch a call. For example, in the DMs, we try to figure out as soon as possible what's stopping our clients or rather prospects at the time, what's stopping them from getting to their goals. Right? And everyone's goals is a little different. They always kind of circle back to making more money, obviously. But we try to figure out what is it? Is it content? Is it marketing? Is it sales? Is it team members? What exactly do you believe is the biggest hurdle stopping you from getting from where you are now to where you want to be? The moment we discover that, that's how we're going to use that pain to leverage and pitch a call to them. That way there's more incentive for them to get on the phone. They're more likely to, take the call more seriously, and they know that we're the authority figure in the space, right? So we're going to get to that in a moment, but super, super important in the messaging sequence, there has to be leverage, there has to be intent, and you want to personalize that to that particular prospect. Number 2 is really straightforward and simple. You want to build trust and rapport. Like in the DMs, we want to go back and forth with a brief conversation just to let people know that one, we're real people, right? Keep in mind, this is the internet now, right? Like there's tons of strangers on the internet and there's a lot of scams and faulty programs out there. So people need to feel like they trust you. Your content will play 80% of the role in that, but the way you communicate through people in the DMs also play a role. So we like to, go back and forth in the DMs, kind of get familiar with them and not to be too harsh or brash in the DMs where we're trying to pitch them and sell them right away. We really want to diagnose the problem. So number 3 goes in hand with number 2 here, where you need to showcase your authority and expertise, right? The way I think of setting DMs is I'm the doctor. You're coming for your annual checkup, or maybe you're coming in because there's a problem. It's my job to ask you questions to figure out where you are now and what's led to the problems that you're facing and help you diagnose those problems so you can get a solution. Okay? So when you come and you're sending messages from this train of mind, train of thought rather, and tonality, you come off less needy and less salesy, and you come off more as an authentic, genuine person that's looking to genuinely help someone. And I get that all the time in the DMs. People tell me all the time, like, Alex, your content's amazing, and also, you seem like you have a genuine brand and you're really trying to help people, and that means a lot. And if people can feel that sense of assistance without being sold to, it's going to go miles away, because there's this thing called law of reciprocity, right? People feel obligated to pay you if you give them help and you show your support and you're there to give something first in return. They will pay you. So that's so super important when it comes to messaging there. One of the things we do at the DBA is we kind of help our students script out exact messaging workflows that work really well for getting someone to see you for the first time and then getting them to book a time. So that's one of the things that we really personalize with all our students to get them really good on messaging, because it makes such a big difference in your business. All right, next up is book to call. So before a lot of people, what they do is they'll send a link, they'll have someone booking a time. Maybe it'll go to like a brief landing page or something with case studies, which is ideal. But a lot of people actually don't do anything. They'll book in a time with maybe Calendly or some type of scheduling tool where they'll automatically send like text or email reminders, and that's about it. What we do, and this is going to be the biggest part outside of just the front end marketing, is before someone gets on the phone with us, we like to send material for them to watch before they get on the phone called pre-call homework, right? And the pre-call homework is a landing page with a brief video saying, here's what you need to do to prepare for the call. Make sure you show up on time. Don't show up in your car driving. Setting the intentions and standards to let people know that this call should be taken seriously, for one, and two, that this is going to be a strategy call. So get on this call prepared to learn about how we can help change your life. We also send case studies or social proof on that page as well, just to get people warmed up and primed to learn more about our offer. And this is really big, right? We have a free training that is like a roadmap video, and it breaks down our offer, who we've been able to help, the strategies and the step-by-step process we've been able to teach people to grow their business. So it's about a 30-ish minute video, and what will end up happening is people go through that and get on the phone. By the time they get on the phone, they already know who you are, what you offer, your people that you've been able to help, social proof, all that stuff. So there's a lot less objections by the time you get on the phone. Okay. So oftentimes when you have people saying, I can't afford it, a lot of the times that they're probably lying a little bit. Maybe they could afford it, but they're afraid to invest it because the opportunity of losing that is just much greater than the upside of actually getting the results. So you got to prove to them that like the investment is worth every single penny. And the best way to do that is send pre-call material. So by the time they get on the phone, they feel more comfortable, they feel more aware and more prepared. It's like a test, right? No one wants to get, take an important test and not have the material prior to practice and study to be prepared for that test. So it's like the same thing there. And we position it in a way that's informative and it gets them invested into actually watching that, because it's like, hey, this is for your own good. Give it a watch. There's a lot of value in it. So they'll come on the call excited, ready to roll. And that ultimately should get people on the phone with you that are ready to come and they're pre-sold already. And they really just need to answer a few questions to make sure it aligns with them and the pricing actually makes sense. And boom, you're ready to go. One real quick note here, and I have a little bit more notes there to go into, but one last note on this too is you'll be able to tell the difference between someone that genuinely has no money and someone that's just kind of iffy about your program. And let me explain. Back before I started doing all this stuff, when I used to just book people through, whenever I got on the phone with someone, we go through our entire sales process, we pitch it, and they'd say I couldn't afford it. And, you try to work with them to get like a payment plan down, and they're like, they're very iffy about it. Nowadays, if someone gets on the phone with us and they genuinely can't afford our product, they'll communicate with me and try to figure out a way to get it paid down, right? They'll ask, hey, Alex, do you have payment plans? Is there anything I could work out to do this? You can see that there's a complete different flip in 180 on the people from the past before doing this versus now. And the intention and the buy-in is there, and these people genuinely want to do everything in their power to invest in the program. So just want to give you a little heads up on that. It's really great when you can follow this sequence and it's streamlined, because ultimately speaking, you're just going to be getting on the phone consistently with people that are either can afford your product right then and there and just pay you, or people that are willing to work something out to pay you, right? The common denominator though is that everyone is bought in with your product and service and they're ready to go. They just need to either afford it or not afford it, right? That's what it comes down to. All right, some additional advice for marketing and success, okay? So solve problems for people with money, right? Like if you're in the niche of helping stay-at-home moms start an online coaching business or an online business in general, keep in mind that chances are stay-at-home moms probably don't have a reliable source of income. They're going to probably need to communicate with their spouse, and you're going to be running into that problem. Same thing with like trying to help teenagers get fit in the gym, or help teenagers grow a drop shipping store, right? Like, it's totally fine. Those are niches that are okay, but just be prepared to deal with people that inherently don't have a lot of money to pay you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for your services. So ideally, try to solve problems for people with money. Ideally, people that are older, middle age, and or even older, depending on your offer. Try to solve that demographic. Identify your demographic and make sure they have money before you jump into it and try to sell those people. And you might need to make a pivot depending on what you've been up to at this point. You want to position your offer as a new opportunity and not an improvement offer. So this is a little bit of subtle marketing and just a little bit of advice that I find to work really well. Rather than trying to, so I'll give you an example, right? We teach coaches how to run Instagram ads. Rather than talk to the coaches already running Instagram ads, which subsequently happened, but most cases, like rather than talking to those people, I like to talk to the coaches that aren't running Instagram ads at all. Because rather than trying to improve someone's existing offer, I'm going to show a brand new opportunity to someone that hasn't even done it before. Okay? Because what will end up happening is if someone is struggling with Instagram ads, in the back of their mind, they're going to say, what is this person going to teach me? I've already been using Instagram ads, and it has been working. Most people want to look and jump ship to a new solution for their problems. Okay? So if you're trying to help someone improve, it's not that you can't grow business that way. Just be mentally prepared that you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And if you're someone that's new or you're struggling right now to consistently grow your business to a certain revenue goal, try to find the easy way out in your marketing, which would be address a new opportunity to a new set of people that may have not already been doing what you do. So again, the way I do it is I talk to coaches relying on organic marketing, and I tell them you shouldn't be doing organic marketing. You should be doing Instagram ads instead, right? That's the way of properly introducing a new opportunity, rather than say, hey, if you're running Instagram ads, I'm going to teach you how to make them better. It's a little bit different and a little bit more difficult to get those people through the door. All right. So next up is leaning in on a particular tool, mechanism, software, or belief. So what I like to do is you're going to probably go on my page, coach_AlexRob on Instagram, and you'll learn that, and you'll see right away that I'm the guy that's going to help you with Instagram ads. You know me right away for what I do. So I think I briefly mentioned this at the top of the training, but essentially being really well known and being a specialist for something will always make you more money, right? It's why a brain surgeon will always make more money than the general doctor, because they specialize in this one thing, right? Like there's a million surgeries, a million body parts out there, but this guy is really good at brain surgery. So like if you need anything related to that, go to this guy, versus this guy that's, a little good at brains, a little good at lungs, a little good at legs, and you always want to go to a specialist when it comes to these things, right? So this is going to be important. Lean on a particular tool, mechanism, software, belief in your marketing. So if you are someone that helps people lose weight, how do you go about doing that? What are you known for? Is it keto? Right? I've worked with clients in the past. I've worked with fitness coaches that help specifically with keto. I've helped other fitness coaches. Her name was Laura. She specifically works with people that have diabetes, and she helps them improve that and lower their blood levels, right? Like I've worked with other people that specifically helps you in the gym with weight loss, with high intensity weightlifting, right? Another person with cardio. Like I've worked with so many different people, and I've seen so many different offers where they are in fitness, but they have a particular thing that they lean on, right? Like that they help you in one way or another. So you got to figure out what that particular thing is. I've also worked with coaches that are like, I help stay-at-home moms get fit without having to go to the gym, with just at-home, body workout. Like there's so many things that you can kind of pull and pick from. So I would pick a particular thing. That way, someone that maybe has been trying to lose weight for some time through keto dieting, but then they come across your page and you help people lose weight with juicing. And it's like, I've been trying to lose weight. I've tried one version, which is keto. Let me try this version now, because this person is doing juicing. I've never tried juicing before to try to lose weight. Let me learn more about what they got going on. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. So I give you a little bit of an example here. Rather than saying, I'm going to help you get new clients, leads and clients to your online coaching business with paid ads, I'm leaning in on a specific thing. I'm going to help you get new leads and clients to your coaching business with Instagram ads or Instagram DM ads. All right, next up is pick an enemy and constantly create a divide. So again, I've been hinting at this throughout this training, but like find something that you don't agree with in your space and make that an enemy. For me, organic marketing. It's not that you can't grow a business. I relied on organic marketing for some time, but the moment I started learning paid ads, I realized that this is the best way to grow a business, not organic marketing. So now I pretty much shit on organic marketing coaches, because it's like I could have gone back and avoided all that time and effort I did trying to grow organically. I would have made way more money now. So that is how you create a divide. Find someone that in your space, or find a certain mechanism, not a particular person, but just a certain mechanism or whatever that is in your space that you don't agree with. That's the opposite of what you do, and say, hey, you shouldn't do this. You should do this instead. That way you can pull people from that and come over to what you have going on. And it's just going to make you look more of like an authority. And then last but not least, this is important, and this is difficult for a lot of people, but in most cases, you need volume to find people with money. Okay, so if you're only getting a handful of leads every week or a handful of leads every month, you're just not going to be able to consistently get people with money. You need volume. Now, personally, what I do is I teach my clients how to get a ton of leads every single day, a ton of followers, a ton of DMs every single day through Instagram ads. It's the number one way to get a ton of people raising their hands, interested in what you got going on. And then from there, we show them how to filter out the leads that don't have money from the leads that do have money. So you can't really grow a business, especially one with people that have the money to pay you, unless you're getting a ton of volume. Just think about it in general. How many people really in this world right now, in the economy we live in, have a ton of money? Do they have a ton of money just lying around? In most cases, not a lot of people. A lot of people are broke. And that's the nature of just the economy we live in. But at the same time, there's a lot of people with money as well. So to get to the people with money, you're going to have a lot of volume of people. For example, if you get only 10 leads a week, that's only 40 leads a month. And if only 3 or 4 out of those 40 leads have money, then you're screwed. But if we take that same ratio and now you're getting 400 leads a month, and now you're getting 30 to 40 leads with money, same ratio, just way more volume. How many of you, if you had 30 to 40 leads that had money get on the phone with you every month, would probably be making multiple 5 figures a month easily, right? Every single one of you watching this video right now, right? So just using basic math, it's so important to understand the importance of just getting volume up to get the people with money, okay? So that is how you book appointments with leads who have money. If you're someone that is new to coaching, starting coaching, or you've been doing coaching for some time and you need some assistance, I'm your guy. I help you with offer creation, lead generation, sales and setting, and also back-end stuff to automate the entire thing. Feel free to book in a time down below in the description of this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. I have tons of videos coming out just like this to help you grow your business and avoid all the mistakes that other coaches are failing to do. So see you guys all in the next video.